All right, welcome to our first, hopefully many, YouTube Live Lightning lessons brought to you by Construct Connect Academy. We're here live today focusing on efficiency and on-screen takeoff. My name is Jake Elmhorst, and the Academy event specialist, also an on-screen takeoff and quick bid product specialist here at Construct Connect. I'll be your host for today's session, maybe some of the other sessions coming up, but we'll see. Just a couple of reminders to get us started. This is something a little bit new for us, but yeah, we're obviously trying to get you some training and some information and help on our YouTube channel. Some different ways that you can join us here. You can ask questions by commenting on the YouTube channel. Just make sure you smash that subscribe button. That'll get you be able to comment, and then it'll also give you the ability to see our all of our new videos in your feed. And then if you make sure to put those settings correct by clicking on that little bell icon, and make sure that you're notified anytime we have new videos coming out. I want to make sure that you have the most updated videos that you can watch, and be there to get updated on anything that we are working on. And obviously some of these live sessions where you can come in and ask those questions throughout the session. The last Wednesday of every month, we'll be live at 2 p.m. Eastern with different sessions in on-screen takeoff and quick bid. So definitely hit that subscribe button so you can check out any of those videos and be part of that. So let's jump into on-screen takeoff. So I'm going to pull up, I've got a completed job here. Now, why are you starting a completed job? I need to learn how to be efficient. That's already done. Well, if we're talking about some of the efficiency things, we are going to look at style sets, and multi-condition takeoff today. So with a style and a style set, essentially that is just saving a condition. We call it a style once we save it. And then a style set is your groups, or any of your templates that you're kind of saving to use again later. Now, why am I in a job that's already completed already? So if you work with the same architect a lot of times, so like you're doing jobs by the same architect, or any jobs that are very similar, that from one job to the next, it is going to be very efficient for you to be able to take those conditions from that job that's already completed and get them into that new job that's going to be very similar. So that'll save you a lot of time to be able to create those styles and style sets, and not have that hassle of having to recreate all of that. Now, so let's take a look at this job. I have a whole bunch of different stuff in here. I've got some walls, some doors, some windows. I've also got some concrete. I've got some flooring and some base. So what I want to do is I can create a whole set of everything. If I just want to say, you know what, I want to take everything from this job, I'm going to open up all of these different types, and I'm going to go ahead and select all of those. So I'm going to hold shift and click on the bottom. I selected all of those, and I'm going to go ahead and right click. When I right click on that, I'm going to go ahead and save as a new style set. Now, when I do that, I've got 45 conditions that I've selected that I'm going to be saving. So I'm going to say yes. And I might just call this all conditions. I want all of my conditions, however I want to name that. Or if I have that particular architect, I might want to save them, to that architect, or, give it a name like that, or the job type, however I want to save that. So I'm going to go ahead and click OK. Now, going to get the pop-up just saying, yes, I want to save all of those. So now I save those as just one large set. And so what I can do is I can also create some smaller sets. Like, okay, you know what? I only want my concrete, or I only want my walls. So a few different ways that I can handle that. So once I've saved those, up on the top on my master menu, I'm going to go to my style library and sets. And so I have my all conditions there. I've got those. And then I've got some other things that I have saved in here, but I might say, you know what? I want just my base and my carpet. So I'm going to select that. I'm going to hold shift, and I selected all of those. And then I'm going to say new set. and I'm going to call this flooring and base. And I'm going to click OK. And there we go. So now I've got those 4 items saved to my flooring and my base. And let's say I want my cast in place and my piers. So I'm going to select all of those. And then I'm going to open up my piers and going to select all of those. Oh, and here we go. Going to hold control and click each of those individually. And now I'm going to say new set. And I'm going to click on, or type in concrete. And then I click OK. So I have created my styles and style sets. Now, like I said, that is saving my conditions, called a style, and then a set, just kind of creating a group. So I have a few different sets that I have created, and I'm still in my old job. I'm already done with this job. But what I'm going to do is now I'm going to jump over to a new bid. So I'm going to unleash that efficiency. So we're going to go ahead and open up this new bid. And once I get into there, I can now pull in those sets all together that I had created. And of course, we're going to set our scale before we get started. So we'll do that in just a second here. And once we're able to pull in that set, then we'll be able to do the other feature that we talked about is multi-condition takeoff, where we can select multiple items at one time. So I've got my concrete, my foundation plan here. I'm going to go ahead and zoom in down here, check my scale. That is at 330 seconds. Got that set. Let's just verify. I always want to just make sure. Never want to just trust the computer all the time. And so I'm going to get that crosshair right in the center of one line, click and drag that over to the other side. And I am on the money. We are good to go. So just drag that down so you can, all right, if I can click on that, there we go. We got 102 feet. We are on the money there. So my scale is coming out correct. We're ready to go. Now, I need to bring in that style set. I'm going to go ahead and right click, and I have insert style set. So when I click on that insert style set, now I can do all conditions, bring in all 45, or I can just bring in my concrete, depending on what I want to do. So let's just say I just want to bring in my concrete. So I'm going to double click on that. And now it doesn't automatically open up, gives me I got to click the little plus and the little plus, or I can right click and I can do expand all types. So I have all of my conditions in place, and now I have checked my scale. Let's go ahead. I want to do my footing, my rebar, and my foundation all at the same time. So I held control and then I clicked on each of those items. And now, just like drawing normal takeoff, I'm going to go ahead and zoom in here a little bit so I can get a good view. I'm just going to start clicking my way around. And if I just push past the edge of the screen, it'll go ahead and scroll for me. Keep clicking my way around. Push down here. And just about done clicking my way around. Now, I'm going to double click right here because this is where I started at the top of this point. And so when I double click, that will finish it out. And there we see I just put all of those items in place at the same time. So I'm going to click off from there. I've got my rebar in place. I have my foundation, and I have my continuous footer. So I'm going to go ahead and say undo on those. Oop. Okay, zoom back out there. There we go. So I was able to do all of those at the same time without having to do one, then the other, then the other. Making that process a lot quicker for myself because all those were going into the same place. Why do them individually and kind of keep going back and forth? So I was able to do my concrete, my rebar, my footers. Let's go ahead and jump over to one of my finish plans here. And let's go ahead and say we need to do some of my flooring and some of my base. So again, I'm going to right click, insert style set, and I'm going to bring in my flooring and my base. And so I'm going to open up my carpet tile and my base. And again, I'm going to select my base, hold control, click on my carpet tile. Now I'm just going to click my way around. So I'm going to click around this room. And again, I'm going to double click when I get here, and that will finish it out. Now I can also, if this is a rectangle, I can just click and drag and draw that rectangular room. And then I could go ahead and continue drawing that rectangular room. Click and drag, click and drag, click and drag. Now, obviously, these have I got a little bit of a bump, so I can click my way around if I need to, and double click there. So just depending on how that takeoff needs to be completed, we can make that process a little quicker for first saving those styles and style sets into your library, then pulling those into the next job in anything that is very similar to that job that you're currently working on, and then any jobs moving forward, whether it's the architect, whether it is just this same type of job, that those conditions are going to be the same, so you don't have to go through and modify. And even if I needed to, I could rename these. If this wasn't carpet 2, I can just double click on it, open it up, and we'll go ahead and say it's carpet 3. Maybe it's not linen felt, whatever I want to call that. So we can still modify that. Click OK, and there's my new condition that was brought in, saving myself all that time of setting up, going through that whole process. So, um, all right. Just got a couple minutes left here. Any questions coming into the chat? Anybody want to check anything out? Throw those questions in. Want to make sure answering any of your questions, that those of you that are joining us today. Try to answer those questions. But if we don't see any questions coming in, we'll go ahead and wrap it up in just a second here. So let me jump back over to my slides here. Like I said, hit that subscribe button. We have some more events coming up. We do Bid Like a Boss. So Bid Like a Boss is every Wednesday. You can check that out. And then, except for the last Wednesday of the month, which now we're doing our lightning lessons, the last Wednesday of the month here live on YouTube. So check it out. We have some of those upcoming sessions that you can take a look at. Then any of our on-screen takeoff quick bid users, we have classroom training coming up. Also for those of you, if you have PlanSwift or QuoteSoft, we have classroom training coming up for those as well. So definitely check that out. Get signed up for those. Talk to your account manager about getting registered for those. All right. So if you have questions, you need some more support after today, make sure to click on that "How do I" within on-screen takeoff and quick bid. That gives you a form to fill out that takes you, or that'll submit it to the training team. Could be me, could be one of the other trainers that'll reach out to you, help you out with any of those questions. We've got our technical support and customer success numbers there. If you've got some feedback, want to hear a little bit more, or give us some suggestions on sessions that you might want to see, go ahead and send us an email, academy@constructconnect.com, and let us know anything that you might like to see. So that is all I had for plan for today. So reach out, let us know if you have questions, if you need anything else, or any other questions about anything that we talked about today. So have a great rest of your day. Hopefully we'll see you guys in some of our Bid Like a Boss sessions coming up, or our YouTube live lessons coming up. But just remember, construction starts here.